Hello, everybody. It's me, Freddie Friday. Happy Friday. Welcome to another edition of Freddie Friday Story Funtime. With me, your host, editor Ted, Frederick, Fred, Friday. And my producer, and this week my chaperone, too. The owner, James, Jamesy boy. Your chaperone? Yeah, when we went to the Met Museum this week. Yes, we went to the Met Museum. Yeah. So what's with the outfit today? Well, today, episode 82 of Freddie Friday Story Funtime, are going to be called the Met Museum Mutt. So you want to talk about the Met Museum? Yeah, my favorite art museum. But I figure, the gala is not till next spring. But I might as well get dressed up for it now because I have a feeling I'm going to be invited. Oh, is that so? Yeah, of course I do. You're not going to get to go, but I'm going to get to go. Zoom in a little bit, please. Okay. Why don't we zoom out and show the outfit? There's nothing to show, it's just a glamorous outfit that I picked up, here in the Bay Ridge area. And so let's talk about the Met Museum. Yes, we went to the Met this week. Yeah, my favorite art museum. And look, January cold days is a good time to go to the Met. Or any museum for that matter, wherever you live. But we went to the Met Museum to check out some new stuff. And I just figured I wanted to talk about maybe like my favorite 5 places at the Met. Inside the Met. Okay? Yeah. So what do you want to start with? Well, let's start, you walk into the big open, up the big step, and you walk up into the doorway of the museum, past the security, and it's like, wow, beautiful, beautiful. We didn't check our coat. We didn't feel like staying online. No, yeah. Then we walked around, and we went into the Egyptian wing. So number 1 on the list, we're going to start with the Temple of Dendor. Somebody's going to be the big top hit, that people know, but the Temple of Dendor is one that definitely people know. In the Egyptian wing. And we walked around there, and there's, the little coin pond, right? Yeah, the coin pond, yeah. And we that, and it got good acoustics. It got great acoustics, actually. Yes, it does, yeah. And we walked around. We walked through the temple. I was looking at, all the stuff. And I was thinking to myself, what were you thinking? Well, in ancient Egypt, they say the kitties were like sacred. Yeah. But I think that's revisionist history. What do you mean? Well, I think the doggies were the ones who were sacred. And then at some point in time, a kitty took over and he was like, I gotta rewrite the history. Oh, yeah? Yeah. Because if I was in ancient Egypt, if you were in ancient Egypt, yeah, if I was in ancient Egypt, well, let's say, the Sphinx, it would be the Fred. It would be the Fred. Okay, if you say so. All right. So that's the Temple of Dendor. Yeah. Listen, if you've been to New York and you've never been to the Met Museum, what's wrong with you? But if you've never been to New York and you want to come to New York, yeah, you gotta go to the Met Museum as one of the 3 or 4 greatest museums in the world. So the Temple of Dendor leads us. Let's talk about the Rodin Sculpture Garden for a second. The Rodin Sculpture Garden, right. I think that's when you're coming out of the Egyptian wing and you can go into the American wing. Yeah. Well, we know all about your love of the American history. Oh, we do? Yeah, we do. At least I do. But the beautiful Rodin Sculpture Garden, we got a little bagel over there because you can get a bagel and sit down. Yeah, you can. Yeah. You could also get a bagel in the balcony level of the upper floor. Like when you walk in, you could just go to the top and get a bagel there. So this is all about food? No. I'm just giving people the concessions, the concession overlay. I can't tell you what a bathrooms are. That's pretty, you're going to have to find out for yourself. Oh my God. I'm sorry for that interruption, people. That was so rude, It was rude. Well, then we went to the American wing, and so here's number 2 on the list. Not just the American wing, but when you're walking into the American wing from the Rodin Sculpture Garden, they did like a facade of a beautiful building. Why don't you tell them about it? Well, the facade adorning, the facade adorning the American wing of the Met Museum. Oh, thank you. You're putting on your special voice? Yes. Well, good. Go on. Well, it's from the 1815 erected originally. In the Met, no, the Met wasn't around in 1815. But the building which the facade is from was the 1815 United States Second National Bank headquarters of New York City. Oh, I see. And where was that located originally? Well, the building was located next door to Federal Hall. If you've ever been to New York, the famous statue of George Washington overlooking Wall Street. Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, that's Federal Hall, and it was if you were looking at Wall Street, like George Washington's perspective. Yeah, well, we don't have to have George Washington's perspective. Well, it's to his left. Oh, I see. So what happened? Well, they tore the building down, but they saved the facade, and today it's the outside of the Met Museum. Oh, well, that's good here, story. You know, I like that. I like that. We're really pretty. It definitely worth looking at. All right, number 2. Number 3 would be the Tibetan room up on the top floor. You know, the 3rd floor, the red room. Oh, yeah. It's quiet. A lot of people don't make it up there. It's a good place to go check out some Tibetan art. Number 4, I'm going to take a detour. What do you mean? The stacks. Oh, the stacks. Yeah. If you've never been to the stacks in the Met Museum, it's like its own museum right there. Stuff that's not on display out on the exhibit, but on display on the, in themselves. You okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Why? Well, I don't know. You seem off. No, I'm all right. So the stacks. I saw this big bust of Abraham Lincoln, a huge sculpture, and I'm looking at it going, why is this? Can I rent it? yeah. Maybe for President's Day. Maybe. So that's number 4, the stacks. Yeah, the stacks. And the number 5, we're going to leave the Met Museum altogether because I'm going to say the cloisters. The cloisters? Yeah, the outpost, up down. It's in Inwood. I know where it is. Listen, the cloisters is kind of a good place to go in the fall and the winter because it's a medieval castle. Right? Yes, it's a medieval castle. Yeah. It's a good outpost. I threw a curveball to you. You weren't expecting that. No, I wasn't. Well, listen, here's the thing, people. The Met Museum is tremendous. You could do your top 20. You go there till you're like, I can't take it no more. My brain is gonna implode. I know what you mean. Yeah. So that's the end of the... No. Listen, I had a good time. I want to go back. He told me a story. My producer over here, told me a story that he went to the museum like 8 weeks in a row one time. That's true. I did. Yeah. And you got to see everything? I did. Yeah. He really knew his way around. I got to think. Well, that's the end, people. The end. The Met Museum Mutt, episode 82. So where do they find us, Freddie? Well, you can find us at Freddie Friday on YouTube. At Freddie Friday Story Funtime on Instagram. You can send me or him an email at Freddie Friday Story Funtime @gmail.com. So get yourself to the Met. And until Tuesday, what do we tell them? What do we tell them, Freddie? Don't I look glamorous? And toodles to the one you love.